Well, it goes without saying that if you find a few ants marching along the wall in the kitchen, that's probably a sign of trouble.
Yeah, not just ants, but other pests may also pop up inside your home, especially as the weather warms up. In today's Angie's List Report, we share a few tips to keep your home pest-free.
Yellow jackets kept Kathy Weinman and her family from enjoying their front porch last summer.
We had what we found out later to be yellow jackets attacking us out on our front patio. And we couldn't sit outside. People couldn't come in and out the front door because they were bombarding us. The first time we've had yellow jackets, we did try to treat them on our own. We just bought the regular spray can and tried to spray where we thought they were. But we found out later that usually the poison won't go in deep enough.
By the time you notice a rodent, a cockroach, or other insect crawling through your home, it may already be too late. The sign of a single pest can indicate a much larger problem.
Common entry points for insects would be around underneath doors. You know, a lot of times if you look at your door, you can actually see daylight looking from the inside out. This is a place where they like to come in.
If you find that you have unwanted bugs in your house, a lot of times people might try to tackle this project on their own. But if you see that you've got a persistent issue, it's probably time to call in the expert. You can call a pest control company that can come in, and they have a lot of different products they can use to take care of the situation.
Angie says just make sure you work with a local company you can trust.
When hiring a pest control company, you want to work with a local company with a good reputation, because a lot of times they're going to offer warranties on their work. So you want to be sure they're going to be around to stand behind that. Additionally, many states do require licensure for pest control companies, so you want to confirm that is in good standing. Finally, see if they're a member of the National Pest Management Association as well.
Now, what about those bugs that you're just not sure of what they are?
For instance, a lot of times people think when they see a swarm of black flying bugs, they're ants. It turns out you could be infested with termites. Delmarva Life's Brian Spiros joins us to tell us what we need to be on the lookout for, right?
Well, Jimmy and Lisa, termites can cause big problems. As a matter of fact, every year in the U.S., they cause roughly $5 billion in damage. That's a lot of money. And spring is actually the time of year when termites start to make themselves known. And here to help us talk all about it is Rick Rice, who is the co-owner of Scott Rice Termite and Pest Control. So the first thing, Rick, how do termites get into our house in the first place?
There's many ways they can get into the house, but they really like to be in the crawl space, climb up the foundation wall, anywhere where there's excessive moisture, anywhere where the earth is in direct contact with wood.
Obviously meaning that where there's bark mulch or if you have a lot of wood around your landscaping, you want to certainly pay attention to see if you have termites. Now, are there signs to us as homeowners that we either have termites in our house or they've already done a good amount of damage?
Yes, there may be a swarm of a lot of insects that look like flying ants. They leave piles of wings behind in windowsills and at the doors. You may see rotten wood around your garage doors or your front door. You also may notice a small settle or sag in your floor over time.
And if you see that, then that means that they've eaten away the wood underneath, quite possibly. Now, if someone has termites in their yard or they notice there's termite damage in a tree, does that mean that they're in the house or not necessarily?
Not necessarily, but it does mean that they're active and they should probably have a professional come out and do a good thorough inspection of their home.
And certainly check on that before they do damage inside the house. Now, as homeowners, what steps can we take to sort of make sure that our house doesn't look appetizing to a termite and they don't come in and set up shop?
Well, just a few things. They make sure their gutters and downspouts are going away from the home to keep excessive moisture away from the foundation. Do not pile wood against the house, whether it's firewood or whatever it may be.
The other thing, too, is obviously vegetation, if you have shrubs or grasses, because what's interesting to note, you said you see this sometimes, is that if you do have tall grass or shrubs up against your house, the termites or other insects can crawl up it, sort of bypassing where you have sprayed.
Yes, absolutely.
So obviously people should pay close attention to that. And what about just having someone come out to do preventative maintenance as well and check on things?
That's always a good idea every so often to have someone come out and do an inspection of the home.
Now, what is the best way to treat for a termite infestation? We're in front of a home here. What do you guys do when you come out?
Well, we like to use liquid treatments. It creates a barrier around the foundation on the inside of the crawl space and on the outside that the termites can't get through.
And it lasts for quite a long time, too.
Yes, if it's done correctly, it'll last for several years.
And so you want to make sure, obviously, too, as we said, just sort of keep the mulch down and everything, too, because that's the wood that's up against your house, which is an attraction to them.
Yes.
All right. Now, speaking of spraying, a lot of us have pets, cats and dogs in our yard. Once you guys come out and spray, can what you put down, the chemicals, be harmful to our animals?
Most of the chemicals we use now are very safe, and it's applied into the soil, so there should be no contact anyway.
No contact. And like I said earlier, springtime is the time where they sort of start to make themselves known, so people should be paying close attention to their home, and if they notice anything off, give you guys a call to take care of it.
Absolutely.
All right, Rick, a lot of great information. Thank you very much. And if you would like more information on Scott Rice Termite and Pest Control, all you have to do is go to our website, delmarvalife.com, and click on the show tab. So, Jimmy and Lisa, a lot of good information. People should certainly be paying close attention to what's going on the outside and the inside of their house, because as Rick just mentioned, you don't want termites in your house. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
I like
Certainly
house guests, but not those guys.
No,
not
right.
those guys.
And sticking with your home, once you've taken care of any pests, you may want to paint to spruce up your home a bit for spring. Up next, it can be as simple as changing just one wall color. We'll share with you a few ideas that won't break the bank.
And choosing the right paint and accessories to get the job done, the folks from Rommel's Ace Hardware show us a few tricks of the trade that'll make your painting project run smoothly. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.